App development is just not cheap. If it is cheap, it's not good. Stay away from that stuff. But there's always a middle ground. Between the right tools, the right people, and right mindset, you can save thousands of dollars off your project. And who doesn't love thousands of dollars? Stick around. App development can be split into 3 main stages. This is your entire app development journey. Pre-development, development, and post-development. There are things you can do to reduce cost, prevent wastage, and offset expenses at every stage. And one of the best things you can do to ensure efficient development and post-development is to get your shit together during pre-development. You ever see videos of domino chains? The longest, most painstaking part is the laying down of the groundwork. They don't procrastinate, but they don't rush it. And when it's time for the dominoes to fall, it's over almost immediately. Hours of preparation ending with a few seconds of action, like me on date nights with my girlfriend. But it's an amazing few seconds, just because it's as planned, like me on date nights with my girlfriend. The better you plan, the less you spend. So how well do you want to plan? On one end, you have low-hanging fruit, easy, but the savings are minimal. On the other hand, you have steps that will test your patience, but offer the best savings in the long run. And app development is about the long run. But I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'll share what you can do and why you should do it, and you decide what commitment level you're comfortable with. We'll start with the easiest one and get progressively harder, and the potential savings go up too. See this? I'm as tight-fisted as they come, and I hope to see my fellow stingy founders at the end. Let's get into it with level 1 of planning, which is the most basic. You need to clearly define scope and requirements. Sounds obvious, but every week my agency gets 5 to 10 emails from founders who clearly haven't done any homework. And we are a smaller agency, so imagine the spam a bigger agency gets. You, hey you, hey you, you. Don't be one of them. Do your homework. Your scope and requirements should include the following: purpose and objective. What problem is your app meant to solve? Target audience. Understand their demographics, preferences, and needs. User experience, UX. What are app-defining actions that users must be able to do? Core features. What features are necessary to enable those crucial actions? Platforms and devices. Depending on your users, habits, and the type of app, do you need to be on Android and iOS? Do you need to be on mobile and PC? And let's not forget tablets, even though they're probably going extinct. I've got a template for anyone interested. Covers all the above, link in the description. With these scoped out, you're ready to shop around for a suitable no-code app builder. You must have seen the questions on Reddit and Quora and other forums. What app builder should I use to build XYZ app? People are always eager to suggest solutions. Help them help you. If you know the features your app will need, you can always provide details that eliminate certain app builders or make others better choices. Just a simple example. Whether or not you need a mobile app versus just a web app will lead to different ideal solutions. Even in my comment section, people have shared how they went with a popular solution because it was a popular solution. Then they realized it didn't offer what they needed. So either redo everything now or redo everything later. It's damage control at that point. And it's not just for others to help you, it's also for you to help you. These 5 items clearly keep you on track. Imagine not realizing that until you're neck deep in development and your code needs significant rewrites. So that's level 1. You could do just that. Or if you want to save even more, let's clench the fees tighter with level 2 of planning. Get feedback from experienced founders or developers. Check out this clip from Alex Hormozi.
I paid a guy who had a course. He said, I only do courses. I don't sell my time. And I was like, it's America. Everyone sells their time. Just tell me what the price is. Went back and forth and finally it was like $750 an hour. And I was like, done. And I think I did 8 sessions with him. So it cost me like $5,600 because I didn't want to just learn how to run ads. I want to learn how he would think through running my ads.
Alex is a self-made multi-millionaire entrepreneur, and he understands the value of combining 2 of the most valuable things humans have: the ambition of youth and the wisdom of experience. Your list of scope and requirements, take it to someone with technical knowledge or a real-life experience. Preferably both. It's hard to get quality feedback because people who can give quality feedback typically have less time to give quality feedback. So how do you get attention of someone with value? You offer universal value. Buy their attention with enough money. It's called prostitution. You're paying for what? What did I say? Oh shit. It's called consultation. You're paying for people who can look at a list of scope and requirements and immediately point out flaws in target audience understanding, discrepancy between core UX and features, current trends in platforms and device usage based on app, upcoming changes in tech you should account for, app maintenance and post-launch support cost, timeframe concerns, and ultimately, the fastest way you can reach MVP and beyond depending on priorities. Best of all, they can do this to you.
I thought, how convenient would it be if I could just make some, I don't know, toast at school in a small, single slice pocket toaster. One piece of bread. You could fit the toaster in your pocket, plug it into the wall wherever you go, and just munch on your bread. Very bad, huh?
When someone you respect tells you an idea is no good, it's easier to move on and save months to years of your life. Or you dedicate the rest of your life to this idea just to prove them wrong. For real though, pocket toasters? Logan, what are you thinking? Point is, you get actionable advice tailored to you, your app, your situation, your constraints, everything. Do what Alex did. Step 1, find someone you'd like advice from. Step 2, email them. Step 3, be prepared for some back and forth to convince them you are serious. For step 1, find someone as relevant as possible. Want to go no-code? Find a successful non-tech founder who used no-code. Hiring a developer? Find a trustworthy developer. YouTube is full of them. Sometimes the answer you're looking for has been staring at you right in the face. For step 3, don't play haggling games. Start with your top offer, and if they want more, counter with your final offer. If you can't make a deal, move on to the next person. Okay, end of level 2. You're in a spot where if you go forward with the project, you have clarity on what you actually need, how to get it, how much you should be ready to spend, how long it's gonna take, any changes you should be ready for. Imagine a first-time project where nothing happens unexpectedly, where 2 weeks of work on paper turns into 2 weeks of work in real life, where a breaking change in a tech stack was predicted a month in advance. If you don't think that will save you time and money, the next time you're driving to a new area, don't use GPS, read the signboard. You can definitely start going no-code now. It's just a matter of learning the platform, which is an unavoidable roadblock. Once you know how to use it, you'll know how to use it to build what you need. Same thing with going down the developer route. You'll know what you get with custom development that you won't get with no-code. You know the market rate and you can decide if it's worth the significantly higher cost. A founder with level 2 preparation will save a ton more money and time than level 1. Not to mention acquire less wrinkles from stress. You should be satisfied with this, unless you're as stingy as Adrian Cheng. You are? Let me see your fist. Is it as tight as mine? Why yes, that's a nice tight fist. Well, alright then, see you in level 3 where you hire trustworthy offshore developers. The number one factor that affects the cost of app development is labor. The number one factor that affects cost of labor is location. Wisely hire labor from a cheaper location. Enjoy the best cost saving on app development you ever will, wisely. There are some reasons why offshoring a project is just not possible. Your project has proprietary software or IP that cannot leave your country. Your project requires specific cultural sensitivity. Outsiders just wouldn't get it. You don't have an internet connection, and somehow my video was picked up by HBO. Other than that, global economic realities mean there is probably a region of the world where you can have an app built that's just as good at a fraction of the cost of a domestic equivalent. Here's a table showing average hourly rates of developers across the world. There's a $20 difference between the lowest and highest hourly rates. Say a project will take up to 1,000 hours. That's $18,000 versus $38,000. You could build an app and send your kids to college. Yes, other factors like seniority will affect the rate, but a senior developer from the States will always cost more than an equally skilled and experienced developer in India, well, unless he migrates to the States. It's more initial planning for you because you should be choosy when hiring locally, but when hiring remotely, you need to be choosy. Because the potential reward is saving $20,000. The risk is losing that $18,000 to a bad or dishonest developer, and then paying $38,000 to a local agency anyway. But still, saving $20,000 is something I think you should consider. Look more into it. It's not like you have to transfer money just yet. You want to be stingy, right? Sometimes it takes a bit of work to be stingy. Let's explore how to manage an offshore development team in this video. I cover how to evaluate a developer's ability to handle remote projects, establish and enforce expectations, negotiate payments in a way that no honest and competent person would ever decline.